Hello and welcome to Tonic Studios. Today we've got a beautiful showcase to share with you. But I'm here with the lovely Leo.
Hello, hello.
Hello. And we've got the Vino Vault to share with you. Gorgeous wine box. Now we know you loved our previous wine box because we all like to give a bottle of wine as a present, don't we?
It's a classic gift, isn't it?
It is. It is. But you want to feel as though you've not just gone into the local supermarket, picked it off the shelf, walked along and just given it to someone. We all want to think we've done that a little bit more. But if you're going to pop it into one of these wine boxes, what a gift. It takes it from an inexpensive bottle of wine to a beautiful gift.
I agree.
These could be all made up on a shelf.
Yeah, you could have them ready done so that whenever you have an occasion that needs a bottle of wine purchasing, you just go and buy the bottle and stick it in the box ready to go. Yeah, I like that.
And I definitely think you should be doing that.
Absolutely.
You are going to love these. Should we have a little look at them?
Let's have a look at the samples we've got. So we are kind of a little bit short on samples. We are filming this ahead of time.
We are.
So to our lovely design team, if you don't see yours here, it's just because they've not arrived yet. Nothing to worry about.
We do apologise. We've all got a little bit of holidays to fit in.
So we're having to do a lot of advanced filming this month.
So I'm going to show you the patterns first.
Oh, look at the patterning on this. Look at all of those designs. And of course you can tell this one's Alison's, with all of that paper piecing. You're looking at it confused like it's not yours now.
Did I make that one? No,
pretty sure you did. Yeah, I didn't do it. No, don't think I did.
I think you did.
No.
And I think Karen finished it off.
No.
Because I did the black one.
Oh.
I think you
Well, anyway, maybe I made Karen paper piece it. Certainly I didn't paper piece it. Whatever happened here, this is not all my work. But there are beautiful patterns on this that really call out for paper piecing. So you can see all of those around there. And also on this lovely teal one as well. And I think if I turn this around, different parts of the pattern have been highlighted on these to kind of give you a different look.
Or you just do a minimum. You just do the hearts.
Which is very much not what Mammy Ali would normally do.
But that was mine.
Well, there you go. So yeah, you can just pick out a couple of those little hearts that are on there, just a little bit of an accent. So, you know, even though there's only one pattern on this, there's lots of options with that one pattern, I think, which is lovely. So super easy to use. I'm actually going to use this one to demonstrate that because I don't want to untie the bows that are on that one.
Okay, we'll pop that one back.
Or should we let's look at this one.
Have a look at that one.
If you've got some heavier weight kind of specialty paper or kind of a lower weight cardstock.
Yes.
This is probably around about like a 200, 260?
200, I would say.
220, somewhere around there. It's a fairly low weight, printed cardstock, so not quite a paper, although I think heavier paper would probably be fine too for this because it is a square box effectively. It would work nicely.
But don't forget you have got that gorgeous curve, so you want a card that's not too thick to go around that curve.
Definitely, yeah. This part you can see up on here where you've got kind of the collar, if you like, or the shoulders of the box. You're definitely going to want something a little bit lower in the GSM to do that for you. But no pattern designs needed, just a nice pretty hand paper,
I love that
cardstock.
paper. I don't know where the paper's from, but I love it.
It's beautiful. So on the side you can see we have these lovely little tags here. We've got just a cocktail stick holding it. You could roll up a piece of paper, pattern paper or cardstock that coordinated and put that in. Or just pull this one out, or you can tie
them with a little bow.
Nice.
And that is just as pretty.
So I'm just pulling out the sticks.
These were actually a cut off skewer.
Yes.
You know the wooden skewers, they're the thickness that goes through.
So your little tabs then just lift up on either side like so, and then your bottle box opens. So you have, hold on, let me get this actually into the shot. There you go. So you can see in here you've got a nice sturdy base for the lid, and then you have your base as well, and your bottle just sits beautifully in there. Pop this over the top, whoop, and lock it away again in the vault.
Absolutely.
Where it belongs. No, not really. Take it out and drink it.
Yes, you got to enjoy.
Absolutely. So, let's have a quick peek at the dies. As you can probably guess,
I'm
going to let you do that.
Okay.
Thank
no
you.
problem.
Oh, here we go. Another one. Patterned paper. Now, you know how much we love our Mariposa Moments paper. Look at this. So, just this one is done with our classic cardstock, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic cardstock underneath, so that 216 weight is going to be perfect for this. And then just some lovely Mariposa Moments paper over the top, and a few of those little butterflies just cut out and used as an accent with your tag as well. Lovely. This one is from our Jodie actually. She made this one.
No, she didn't.
Did she not? Is that yours as well?
That's mine.
I like it. Very pretty. I'm so sorry. I thought that was
That's
one of
okay.
yours.
That was
Okay.
mine.
Dies. Oh, make sure I've not lost any of my pieces here. So this is what you're looking at. Obviously big dies. We're talking a big box here, so we're going to look at big dies. So you've got your
I
main
can
piece.
see that making a beautiful card base.
Oh yes,
because that
definitely.
is so ornate. I can see that cut into a card.
Or this one with that nice
Stunning.
arch as well.
Absolutely. What about a wedding card for that one?
Yeah, it could be a gatefold, couldn't it?
Yes, it
one of
could.
those.
One of
We all
those.
know what one of those is,
You
right?
could put a backing card on the back of that, can't you? And cut right up the middle.
You could.
I love it. And
Very
don't forget, you've
pretty.
got this plain little very plain,
plain.
not plain, rectangle at the bottom.
So you've actually got 2 sentiments. You've got Time for Wine and Just for You. You've got your big panels. So this, you need 2 of these to go over the kind of arch part. You've got your front and back, and then this makes your base, and then your base pieces as well for inside the top and the bottom box, basically. 2 tags, and then these are the pieces to make your closure.
It makes it look so simple there, doesn't it?
It does. It's literally, what, 1, 2,
You've got 4
3.
pieces.
Yeah.
And then the decoration.
Basically. And of course
Amazing.
it's a showcase, so this will be coming on your magnetic sheet with a wallet to go in your die folder. Yours will also have a nice printed thing. It's not here yet, so
With some of these bottles on the front of it.
funnily enough, yes. But yes, we are filming this, as we've explained, ahead of time for holiday reasons. So let's make one.
And we thought we'd go with our mulberry wine paper for this.
Which you've all loved from the birthday week, I
Absolutely.
hope. So we're bringing that in. So I have all of the pieces cut here. We did a very speedy little prep hack for ourselves. So I have 2 of the long pieces here with the glue tabs up both sides. I have 4 of these. So these are the kind of front and back, I think.
I would say.
We'll call them the front and the back.
Yeah.
So I have 4 of those. I have 2 of the square bases where I've left the centre in. 2 of those, sorry. And then 4 where I've cut the circle out. So to do that, you simply just take your square die, cut that, and then place the circle over the top, take this die away, and then die cut the circle out to the centre. Nice and simple. And I then have 4 of these pieces, these little rectangular pieces, and these are going to make your base box. So we're going to put a lot of this to one side first of all. I'm going to take 2 of those and that and that. We're going to start with the top, because I guess that's the most complicated part.
Yes.
And we're going to start with that. So with my 4 fronts and backs, I'm going to cut the bottom glue tab off 2 of them. I'm actually going to find some longer scissors.
Ah, right. I wasn't sure if they were sticky.
No, they feel fine. They feel all right.
And the other thing, like we've said before, you've got circular tabs on here, so it means it's going to be a curving box.
Yes. Hints are in your die set for you.
Absolutely.
Okay, so glue tab going off 2 of these.
Because we know we don't always keep everything together, do we?
We don't.
And things get taken out of a set.
Mm-hmm.
We've all done that once or twice.
And then with these, I'm going to cut the top glue tabs off one of them. Because we're joining them together, so we only need one set of tabs. Right?
Yes.
Right.
Don't fold these tabs though.
No. These are alignment tabs, they're not folding tabs.
If you fold them, you'll get a little bit of a peak on the shoulders of the box.
Kind of like you're wearing shoulder pads.
Yes. Yes.
Not the look we're going
like
for.
we're back in the 80s.
Yeah. Oh, well, let's not go back there.
I remember the shoulder pads very well.
Now I'm going to, before I glue these two together, I'm just going to give my cardstock a little bit of a tease over the edge of the desk. I always find when I've got a wider panel like this, I find this easier than trying to get a bone folder underneath it, because I just end up with a line up the middle normally.
Yes, you do.
So a much easier way, teasing this. Ooh.
Oh.
And it doesn't need a lot. You know, you're just literally starting to break the fibres a little bit to encourage it. That's all we're doing. We're just encouraging.
We don't want to bully it. We just want to encourage it.
Yeah. So I'm going to glue, first of all, these two pieces together. And with this, make sure you get the glue right to the edge of your glue tab. Because these are what is holding your box together at the top, you want to make sure there's good adhesion all the way across.
Absolutely.
The other way you can do that is once you put it down, actually give it a bit of a wiggle to make sure you're spreading the glue all over. So line those up together.
And you can see if they lined up, because it means you haven't got a step in the circle as well.
Exactly. So you should have a perfect circle in the middle. Just whip away any glue that has crept out of the edges. I'm going to give that a couple of moments just to think about what it's doing. I don't want to strain this too soon.
No.
Because this is going around a curve, and the last thing you want is this to go ping.
No, we don't want that.
We're definitely going to be kind to our glue here.
Absolutely.
We're going to calm down just for a moment. Give it that.
Think of the reason you craft that calming,
Exactly.
Not moment. I want to say something different. I can't think of the word though.
No.
So we'll have a moment.
We'll have a moment. So while that is having a moment, I'm actually going to put my layers on my base. Because these are not doing anything, they're just square panels, I can get my layers on this. So you can see we have this lovely mulberry wine paper. We've gone with one of the sea salty, tealy, bluey, greeny, duck eggy coloured pieces, and we are layering onto raspberry today. So I'm just going to pop these
beautiful colours
all the way over here.
We've really fallen in love with this paper.
Oh yes, we have. We're asking for more now. We're being greedy.
Well, one is never enough, is it?
One is never enough, yes. What would you like to see in patterned paper? If you could ask for anything, I can't say that we can guarantee that we'll get it.
Pop it in the comments.
Yeah, you know, we all know the story about me asking for my nice geometric design. No, was the answer that I got to that. I'll keep asking.
But we did have a few stripes in this one.
We did. We managed to get a couple of stripes in. Begrudgingly, I think, a little bit.
Possibly. But they are in the centre of some of the pages, aren't they?
They are. So,
and you're never going to waste a bit of this, because you've got little tags you could cut out of it. You're going to use every single bit. The same as the butterfly that I used on the box from the Mariposa paper. You're going to cut a flower out of it and possibly layer that up. I can't wait to see. I'm waiting to see the mulberry paper on the website.
Oh, I know.
On the Facebook group.
All of the things people have done with it.
Yes.
Okay, last one of my layers going down. Would you... should I do the layers onto this or not? Would you recommend? Because
I wouldn't.
Them. No?
No, not on the curved ones. Possibly the straight, but not the curved.
Okay.
The only reason is it's making that card thicker.
That's very true. It's going to make it harder to curve. Okay, so they are now layered up ready for when we come to build our base, which gave the glue enough time to bond nicely on here. So I'm going to start by bending. You do want to bend these glue tabs.
Yes,
these ones
you do.
bend. So let's go all the way around. Like so. So you need to think a little bit ahead of time with how you're building this, and I shall explain that in just a moment. Obviously we're going to do a lot of hiding your workings. You're going to want to hide your glue tabs.
Nobody wants to see your workings.
No.
We all want to see a seamless project.
Yes.
And we don't want people to know how we've made it.
Nope, indeed.
You want them to come to you for orders.
So my front and back that has the glue tab on, I'm going to pop them to one side. We're going to start with the ones that have no glue tabs. We've just cut them off at the bottom. And I'm going to start at one end and go all the way around.
Yes.
Yeah. You can tell I've not necessarily made this before, can't you? And since we are doing a box that you might see the inside of.
Tabs first.
I could do.
On the bottom.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I actually made one of these. I think I helped cut all the pieces.
Oh, is
and
that
I might have.
I think
might
you were
have done
going on
some
holiday.
paper. It sounds like I'm always going on holiday, doesn't it? Like,
yes.
It's not true. It's not true. Okay. So since there is a chance you are going to see the inside of the box, I am going to do this way around because we're going to put another one over the top for the outside.
That's perfect.
And I'm going to just run a line of glue all the way up the side. Is that how you would do it?
Or you could, I'm going to say the word.
Oh.
You could pop a little bit of tape on this one because you were going to be gluing the top layer on. So there is a possibility that you could get away with using some glue.
Mammy Ali.
Some tape, I mean. I know I said the word, didn't I? Mammy Ali. I know.
People are going to be so disappointed. No, they're not. Definitely tape is good.
I am just being realistic. That is what I'm being.
I would say definitely glue up the straight sides, and then if you want to put a bit of tape around the top to quickly grab that, then do.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm just going to have to hold this for a second now.
Do you want me to hold that while you build the bottom?
No, that's fine. People need to see this, right?
That is true. That is very true.
They do need to see it. So, again, as always, be kind to your glue. Give it a second.
We love glue, but you do have to give it a little bit of time, don't you?
Yeah.
The one good thing about bending that tab up first is you know where to put this die as well.
Yeah.
Because it's going to line up with our bend.
I'm kind of using it as the starting point.
Yes.
Come on.
Are they not wanting to glue?
Get in there.
That's all right then.
I just need to be a bit more patient. We're not very good at this.
No,
are
we're
we?
not. We're not. We always think when we film in that we have to be doing something all the time, don't we?
And we don't.
No, we don't.
We have plenty of time.
I was going to sing them, but I shan't.
You can if you want. You could do a bit of elevator music or glue drying music. That's what we should rename
we
it
have
as.
all the time in the world.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Can tell I can't sing, can I?
Okay.
So you really do not want me singing.
Getting onto the curve now. And I think this is a much easier way of putting this together because you're literally following this all the way around.
Absolutely. You can do it that is face down as well, but you need to see what Leo is doing in this point, which is why she's doing it this way.
Yes. Because
sometimes when it's face down, you push the tabs in a little bit further.
You do. Okay, give that a second. I'm going to extend my glue line.
And even though this is taking a few seconds to dry, or a few minutes, you can see how easy this is going together. It's an easy box. It's not complicated.
No.
But I think it looks very impressive.
I think it does because of the size of it and the fact that you can fit a whole bottle of wine into it. And not a miniature, like an actual full bottle of wine.
Did we show you the wine? Well, you can see the wine bottle. Even this one that's got a very long neck still fits in there. We did try a bottle of Prosecco, didn't we? But we found that the bottle was too big for the base and we couldn't make it any bigger. We did try. We tried for that one as well. Because the base where the circle is, there's not an awful lot of room left on the outside, as you can see here. So there would have been no room at all to get a bottle of champagne or bubbly of any sort.
No, that would not have worked. Right, let me just hold this into place.
Okay.
I am getting there.
Good.
I'm going to try and get the bottom one to grab.
And then it's easier.
Exactly.
And don't forget you're putting another layer on top of this.
To tidy it all up.
Yes.
So yeah, what I would suggest, and things that you're going to find, if you find, see I've got a tiny little bit coming over the edge here, that's because I've not gone close enough in. So as you're going around, make sure that you're right up against this, so you have no gap.
Yes. Because that gap has got to be accommodated somewhere, hasn't it?
Yeah. So if you are concerned about doing that, glue these 2 tabs first.
Yes.
Glue it at either end and then go up and
Yes.
around from there if you're concerned that you're going to not quite hit it where it needs to be. So all I'm doing is just pressing from the underside up into the glue tabs, basically. And don't worry about all the glue.
You're covering
You're
that.
covering that momentarily. Okay, there's one over there that just didn't quite grab. So, messy side, let's flip it over so we don't see that anymore.
We don't want to see that anymore.
And this time around, yeah, I'm going to do it the other way up. So you're going to have to carry on looking at the messy side. I'm very sorry. But I'm just going to... So I don't know if you're going to even be able to... I feel like I'm wearing like a catcher's mitt for
I know. It is a bit, isn't it?
baseball. Yes. So I'm literally just going to put glue onto my tabs this time.
Is that a challenge for you?
Yes.
To make a crafter's mitt?
Crafter's mitt, yes.
A baseball mitt?
That'd be good, wouldn't it? So a tiny bit of glue on each tab, all the way along. And then I'm just going to sit this inside and onto my glue tabs.
Once you've got the first side on, it makes it much easier though, doesn't it?
It's already in the right shape.
Yes.
Yeah, as you say,
Just push them in.
you wouldn't be able to see what I was doing if I'd done this the first time. Okay, can you just press everything down if I hold it in from the side?
There we are.
Crafty second pair of hands.
All of
always
us need a
helpful.
second pair of hands. Rope in those children.
Definitely.
Get them working. There we are. I think we should be okay.
Perfect. There we go. Nice. So, I'm going to pop on my other layers. Fold my glue tabs
Hold
first.
your glue tab.
Yeah. So we've decided to do it this way round because this way you've got a clean edge where it folds under. If you cut this and put this one on the top, you might end up where your glue tab is slightly shorter, or where you've cut the tab off, it's slightly shorter, or it might go over slightly. So this way you've got the finished edge, if you like. You don't have a cut edge.
No, which is what we like, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, and then we just glue
Lots of glue then.
all the way over.
And if you have got any that are popping up, this will hold them all down.
You're
So there's
basically sandwiching it.
Yes. No need to worry there.
You know how much we love a sandwich.
We do.
Okay. On it goes. And all of a sudden it looks pretty again.
Yes.
Just like that. Give it a bit of a wiggle if you need to push it into place.
But imagine your teachers' gifts for these at Christmas time. I know we've missed term time now, but Christmas time teachers would really appreciate these. What if your children put them together for the teachers? You helped them with the difficult parts. Maybe they draw some pictures around the base.
Yeah, or on the side panels.
Yes. I think teachers would love it.
I'm sure they would. I'm pretty sure any teacher being offered a bottle of wine at the end of term is going to love you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And the thought of 2 weeks off for Christmas.
Yeah.
Even better.
2 weeks off and a bottle of wine to enjoy.
But
Yes,
this is
please.
something that you're going to use time and time again. It's always going to be coming out from your craft box, isn't it?
Yeah. How many times do you gift wine to people? Probably many, many, many.
Oh,
throughout the year.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
You know, I've got a fabulous neighbour that comes and he mows my lawn for me.
Oh, lovely.
So sometimes I cook something, sometimes I leave a bottle of wine on the wall for him. It's just a little thank you, isn't it, to show you're appreciated.
And everyone likes that. They like to know that.
We all like to
something
know
they've
we're
done.
appreciated.
Exactly. So using my glass mat just to press those layers together. I love being able to do this.
Absolutely. And the fact you can get your whole hand into this box.
Exactly.
That makes life easy as well.
Now I'm just going to put my base onto here. So again, we're going to sandwich this in. I'm going to put one in, one on top to hide the working.
Have a little practice. I mean, we say this with every box, isn't it? We always have a practice. We have many practices before we make the finished article. Because we test the dye a lot. So that is our practice. And I think without that, you know, some of the dyes are a little bit more complicated than others to put together. But I definitely wouldn't say that it's a reason not to try it.
So what I'm going to do, I've put glue onto one tab so far, and I'm going to stick this onto my one tab first of all.
You've always got an anchor point then.
Exactly. You've got time for this one to grab.
Yes.
Again, being kind to your glue. All those things that we say and don't do.
We're very horrible to glue and we love our deluxe adhesive.
I know. We wouldn't be making it this quickly normally.
No, we wouldn't.
So now that you've got one firmly stuck and you know that it's nicely lined up on your glue tab, you can then fold that in and then you fold the rest of your glue tabs around it.
But you've got such a big opening that you can pop your hand inside to pinch everything together.
So I'm going to go around and one by one pull my tabs in. I'm not going to try and do all three in one go. Don't have enough hands for that.
You got two more here.
True, I do.
You have some spares.
It's easier to do it this one at a time because then you're going to know you've got a nice square finish. You've pulled everything right up to where it needs to be. So you need to know that this base is right into your score line.
Yeah. And then you can check then that your sides are glued on properly. Anything you need to alter, do it now while you're putting your base in. Because after that, you're not going to see it.
Nope. Okay, next one then. So again, I'm going to pull this in, pull the glue tab over. Make sure I'm right into the crease and then pinch. Trying to make sure I'm not cutting here, but I need to see what I'm doing as well. So
it's so hard. I'm terrible to cut, I gotta be honest. When we say cutting, we mean we're holding our project very close to us because that's how we naturally craft.
Yeah, we don't craft out here.
No, we don't.
That's not natural.
My arms are not that long.
Normally,
anyway.
I'd be like this, like right up in my face,
Absolutely.
and you're not going to see any of that. So, okay, here we go.
And sometimes when we film and we forget you're there as well.
We're just talking away to ourselves as we build a box, because isn't that what you do in your craft room?
Exactly.
Okay, last of my glue tabs going down.
It's looking very pretty.
This is all just raspberry pink classic card so far. It's a lovely colour though. It's a nice deep pink.
But even, I think if you put navies with this
Navy and raspberry is lovely together. Sprinkle in a bit of Italian rose mirror card with it as well.
But even navy with that would make a nice man's box.
Yes, it would.
Bit of cream. Maybe a bit of grey with it.
You can even coordinate with the bottle of wine that you're gifting.
Absolutely.
If you've got a particularly pretty bottle that's got, you know, lovely colours on the label.
Well, we found this bottle, didn't we? We've been rummaging around looking for bottles, hence we've got one that hasn't got a bottle in. But we've
not drunk enough, apparently.
Clearly not. I'm not a wine drinker.
No, I'm not at all.
No, it's not that one. I've opened the wrong one now.
So,
is it that one?
Glue all around there, and then I'm just going to sit my other base straight over the top.
Didn't you find a nice teal bottle, or am I imagining
one
that?
of them is, I think. Is it this
It
one?
might be that one.
No, it's a
No,
green.
is that one not?
I don't know.
We must have put that somewhere else then.
Must have used it on something else.
We probably did. I thought we had a nice teal label on something. Oh, is it this? No, that one wouldn't be. Oh, I don't know.
But yes, be inspired by your wine gift of choice.
Or if you've got a nice red bottle of wine, go with a red box. And a rosé with your nice pinks and things.
Okay.
I think you're white, you can have anything, can't you?
Oh yeah, definitely. So a couple of panels. I've got some of those lovely
Can we
stripy
show the
pages.
bottom to show how neat it looks now?
Like so. So I've finished it all off. No glue tabs showing. Everything is all tucked neatly away.
Beautiful. And it's sturdy.
Yes.
Even though we've made a large box out of 216 GSM, it is still very sturdy. And the other thing I would say, when you're putting the layers on, because you've cut out so much of the second layer, it will still curve around that bend, even if you're putting 2 layers on.
So here come those lovely mulberry wine papers.
I'm so enjoying using these.
So we've gone for the page that has the nice big stripes in the middle and the big pattern around the edge. So we've got the stripes front and back. So let me get this one on here.
And then we use the beautiful pattern from the edges on the other sides.
To go up and over the shoulders, as it were. Okay, there's that one going down.
Lovely.
Okay, and just make sure you've got a nice even border all the way around the edge. And then again, I'm just going to give this a little bit, it's not too heavy, it doesn't need a lot.
No, it doesn't.
But it's going to make your life a bit easier if it's already got a little bit of a curve in it. Definitely make sure you've got glue right up to this part, because if it's going to pop from anywhere,
yes,
that's going to be the bit. So right around the edge, and then a good bit across the middle, as always. And then I'm going to set this up. So I want to make sure I've got an even edge around the opening, which should then mean I am in the right place. I think that looks good.
You've got a little bit on the top of the shoulders and then the rest. Little gap in the top.
There we go.
Oh, look at those flowers.
I love the fact that the flowers go up one side and then you've got the stripes going into the stripes there. I think that looks really nice. So again, you've got the opening in the top so you can really pinch those edges in. Make sure nothing is going to pop up from there. Last piece of this going on just to finish the top of the box. So again, a good bit of glue at the top on both sides and around the opening, all the way around the edges, and then, oh,
that one nearly escaped.
It did. Good swish across the middle, and I'm going to do exactly the same again. I did escape, look. How rude.
Naughty.
So make sure, yeah, there we go. Try and do this so you can actually see what I'm doing. I'm trying to get a nice even gap around the opening. And I've not, you'll notice it's still loose here. I've not pressed it into place yet because I'm just kind of, it's almost like a dry fit.
But I think also, don't just think of wine for this either.
No.
You can have your non-alcoholic drinks. You've got those beautiful cordials that are available out there.
Those nice Belvoir ones.
Yes.
Love those. Nice flavoured water, the San Pellegrinos and things like that.
Oh, I love those.
Me too.
Large bottles of beer.
Yes.
They would go in there. Most definitely.
Okay,
That is lovely.
top half done. And we've
I
already
like
made a
that.
start on the base by putting our decorative layers on. So I'm going
To fold some of these.
thank you.
You're very welcome.
Get some glue tabs folded down.
I'm feeling a bit left out on the craft in front of you.
Aww.
Oh, I got plenty to do when we go back upstairs.
This is
now.
very true. We've managed to...
Well, you can start gluing
okay.
when I fold.
I'm thinking, correct me if I'm wrong here, I'm going to glue these all in a row.
Yes.
Yep, cool. But yes, we've managed to all book a week off in a row. So Karen is off, then I'm off, then Alison's off. So for August, we're having to do a lot of planning ahead and making ahead, filming ahead. There's
Leo's
lots of...
done an itinerary
Yes, we've had to.
of who does what and when, and heaven forbid if you're not there at that time.
You make me sound like such an ogre.
Well, you and I, you're next week.
Exactly. But yes, in order to make sure that we've got time to get everything filmed and edited and up and ready for you to see it all, there is definitely a fairly brutal schedule that we've got going on.
But we'll get there. We
will.
won't be left out.
No.
And we won't leave you out either. We'll make sure you've got something to watch. Something to titillate those taste buds.
Absolutely.
Those crafty taste buds.
Okay, so this is, whenever you're making a square box, I think this is probably the easiest way
Absolutely.
to do it. We're just going to ignore the fact there's glue going everywhere around here. Never mind. I'm being very messy today. This is not like me at all.
No, you're very clean usually.
Hopefully
it's
the
a sort of a
camera.
holiday, isn't it?
Maybe. No sun this year though. Just going down to
No.
visit some family down in Kent. So no sun.
You never know, you may
Although,
have sun in Kent.
There may well be sun in Kent. There's never sun here. Like, I feel very sorry for my family that come to visit me in Wales on holiday. I'm like, I'm
No
so
sun.
sorry. Yeah, definitely no sun here.
Mind, I went away last week. We went to Dawlish and I don't know whether it's Teignmouth or Teignmouth. And we had gorgeous sunshine.
Oh, lovely.
It was beautiful. It did look as though it was going to rain at one point, but it stayed away, so I was very, very happy.
Nice.
It's nice to see the sunshine. Makes you feel so much better.
Yes, it does. Okay, there we go. Last one into place. So I'm going to put my base in because that one's a little bit trickier because it's full. So fold your glue tabs in.
You can still glue one tab first though, can't you?
You can. We'll do that.
To make sure everything is even.
That
That's
way.
it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Visible
We
confusion.
love a collaboration, don't we?
Okay, so lay it down and I'm going to put glue onto one tab. Again, making sure you go right to the edges. That way.
Yeah.
You want it to be nice on the inside.
We like it all pretty, don't we?
So press that in. So you want to go up to your score line but not over it. You don't want to interfere with the glue tab being able to fold. So.
Use the score line as a guide as well. Bend the score line to make sure you're right up to it.
All good.
Excellent.
Okay, let's pull these back open again. Oop. Pop that in. Glue around the edge. On all of my glue tabs, I'm actually just going to press this one in this time because it's square and we can do that. And it's short. I mean, I couldn't exactly press down on the top of that one.
No.
Okay.
I think that's about as long as my arm, the other one. To my elbow anyway.
So press that down then. Grab all of those glue tabs all the way around. Again, giving your glue a couple of seconds to actually grab. Don't rush on.
Get your paper creaser as well.
Yes, that's a good one. If you are finding it difficult to really press into the edges, you can get that in there. Press right the way along the side.
Because it kind of melds the papers together then. That's how I find.
Okay, Flip them over, and then of course we're going to hide our workings underneath.
But it gives more stability to your box as well.
So what we would say with this is carry your bottle of wine by the neck of the bottle.
Yes.
You know,
Because the weak point is going to be the little tabs on the side and whatever you've used as a closure. That is going to be your weak point.
and you know, at the end of the day, you have only made this with cardstock and paper.
Yes.
Don't trust your bottle of wine to that. So yeah, pick it up by the neck. You should be fine.
Or you hold it
Or you hold it
by
like
the
that.
back.
Yeah.
Oops.
Okay, that is my base on. So again, nice neat base. No glue tab showing. I'm going to do exactly the same thing in here. So I'm going to glue one tab in. Let's get this one on here. Exactly the same. Just want to make sure you're lined up to your glue tab, up to the score line.
And this one doesn't matter whether it's right side facing or wrong.
You're never going to see it, but
No.
you know.
Unless you've got one of those little magic eye cameras that you can pop into small places.
I'm not quite sure why you'd be peering on the inside of your wine box.
I don't know either, but you never know.
You never know.
There may be some person that likes to do that.
Maybe. So fold that one in. Glue up our tabs in camera shot.
Can you see yourself making this bottle?
Mm.
And what would be the occasions you would make it for?
Yeah.
What about gifts at a wedding?
That'd be nice because it's a very classic gift, isn't it? A bottle of something.
Absolutely. But I'm thinking it could be a bottle of spirit.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't it?
Could well be.
Because you know those pesky men are hard to buy for.
I'm sure you could get a nice whiskey bottle into one of
That's
these.
what I'm thinking. As long as you've got a round base, you wouldn't get one of the square based ones. I know there's a nice Welsh whiskey and that base is round.
And it's a nice narrow bottle too.
It
with
is.
a long neck, so it would probably work very nicely.
Yes. But I'm sure there's lots of other makes as well.
Probably you're going to have to go and sample lots of different bottles of things to see which ones fit in the Vino Vault.
Absolutely. A lot of the single malts,
Yes.
they are usually round bottles, aren't they?
They are.
But I'm also thinking there's probably vodka bottles.
Nice bit of gin.
There are round gin bottles, aren't there?
Yeah. Or maybe it's something you've made yourself if you've done a batch of Crafty vodka.
Absolutely.
Or if you've made some slow gin.
Yes. The only thing I don't think you would get through these, well I know you won't, is one of those metal clips.
No.
You won't get those through us, you'd have to cork your bottle. But that would be lovely. Yeah, what a lovely gift.
Nice bramble gin.
Lovely.
Or just gin. Any gin.
Well, the Crafty vodka this year just had frozen fruit in it. It was what I had there, so I chucked in a few bags of frozen fruit and a couple of bottles of vodka.
Excellent.
And now we shall see what comes out. And a bag of sugar.
Yes, that's the important part.
Yes.
Just to, up the proof slightly.
Yeah.
As if the vodka wasn't enough on its own.
Well, you never know, do you? Last year's was, mind you, had been brewing about 5 years last year's, hadn't it? And it was a bit liqueurish last year.
It was almost sherry-like.
A bit like a port.
Delicious. Okay, so base, top, I'm going to sit them together to figure out where I want my closures to go. So for your closures, you've got a couple of pieces. You've got 2 of these long tabs.
If you've used the pattern die, you can tell exactly where everything goes. Can we bring this one in? Just to show. If I take that out. Because on the base, let's take this out of both of them. Whoops. Come on. Out you come. On the base here,
Yeah, there's
your
a heart
closure.
here actually going over.
If you're using pattern papers, it's a little bit more guesswork, isn't it?
But that's fine. We don't mind a bit of a guess.
It's not a lot of guesswork.
So, like I said, we've got our 2 long strips, and then you've got these little pieces. Now, these are both on 1 die, and you need to cut that twice, because you need 2 of them, 1 for either side. So what I'm going to do is just fold these along the score line, and I'm going to use my nail for this so it doesn't bend in the wrong place. You can do it around a precision creaser, it's a good idea. So just put this on the score line and fold over the edge.
Or a thin metal ruler.
Yeah, anything like that. Just because the score line is so close to where the circle is cut. If you just try to bend it, it's just going to bend on that circle, basically. Okay, so these are going to stick together onto the side of the box. So would you say to glue the 2 whole parts together?
Yes. Yes, I would.
Good, because that's what I was planning on doing.
The other thing is, with these little skewers, you can colour them with an alcohol marker.
Or a sparkle spray.
Yes, I didn't think of a sparkle spray.
Yeah, you remember Karen did it for the magazine?
Yes.
She sparkled up a little stick.
She did.
Which looked beautiful. So definitely something you could do. Yes, alcohol marker.
You could colour it and sparkle it.
You could mousse it.
Yes. Basically anything you've got, any water-based product you've got, you could glitter it if you wanted to.
Yes, just bear in mind obviously it still needs to get through the hole, so
yes.
Don't make it too fat.
Maybe use the cocktail stick if you're going to glitter.
Yes.
Try it first.
Because you've only got a little opening on this. Ooh, pinch. There we go. Got him. So all I've done with these is where I've folded up those little pieces that have the hole in, I've literally just glued the 2 of those together. Pinch it for a second. Don't want them to fall apart. Okay. And I'm going to put these onto the side of the box. So if I pull this way, I'm going to aim to put this in the centre, and once I've got this on, then I'm going to put my tab on. Because then I know where that needs to go. So a bit of glue on the back of this. I'm going to aim for a nice central position on here. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, that looks good, I think. Okay.
If you're a bit unsure, you can always use the markings on your mat.
You can, yeah, line this up over. My centre line is there. So yeah, aim for that. It's not far off, I would say. Okay, and now that I have that in place, I'm going to put my little tab over the top so I know where this needs to stick on here. So I want to put glue on that part.
Yeah, make sure you don't put your glue all the way down or you're never going to open your box.
Yeah, don't want that.
No, not if there's a nice bottle in it.
Definitely not.
You'd have to break your box then. You can't be doing that.
No. Reusable.
Absolutely. But you wouldn't want to throw these away. You would want to reuse these.
Like, I don't know about you, but I have a cupboard almost full of gift bags where I've been given presents and things. And I keep those and I reuse them, and I'm sure everybody does.
Well, why not, isn't it?
I don't think anybody minds a second-hand gift bag.
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay, give that a second to grab. So that's the first one. Boop, on. Now this one's going to be obviously a little bit trickier since it's going to stick out, but we can work with that.
I love the little hearts.
I know, they're cute, aren't they?
But you could use this closure on a book or something as well, couldn't you? Even on a card.
That would be nice.
Wouldn't it? You could have a front that flaps over the side of the card and make it look like a faux book.
That's a nice idea. I like that. Okay.
Try and get a little bit more out of your die set.
Yeah, think of other ways you can use the little, because a lot of our die sets have like a little mechanism or a little something, don't
Absolutely,
they?
they
A
do.
closure or
Absolutely.
there's something going on.
Even the time for wine. I'm sure you've got other things you could add that to.
Any card you're sending to any of your girlfriends
Exactly.
ever, probably.
Too right.
Happy birthday, time for wine.
Yes.
Congratulations, time for wine.
Yes.
You've had a new baby, time for wine.
Well, you've got to wet that baby's head.
You've got to make up for the last 9 months.
That is very true. That is very, very true. Not that I'm planning a baby.
No, that's good then.
Those days are gone.
Okay, there we go. My tabs are on. Oh, there he is. Tabs are on, so I've got a little tag that I've half layered up, so I've cut this in. Oop, get out the light. Italian rose, I've done an aubergine underneath just to give it a little bit of a shadow, I guess this would be, wouldn't it? It's not a highlight, it's a shadow. And actually, while I remember, I'm just going to trim off the bottom around here. So I'm just trimming off where I've done my little shadow.
Yeah, I don't like... I like to see it under the lettering, but not around the whole shape.
Or especially because it's the same edge. I don't want it to hang over the edge.
No.
No. And then I've gone with some Blue Frost pearl here for my backing layer. So it's just dot a little bit of glue all over here. Probably should have used a fine tip nozzle, but never mind. We're here now.
We certainly are. That's beautiful. I love that Italian rose too.
Oh, me too. And I have a feeling it's now out of stock, which makes me quite sad.
If you've got any, stroke it.
Yes.
Maybe don't use it, just stroke it.
Or use it on some very special projects.
Yes. Like this.
Like this. Exactly. Okay, I'm going to pop this on with foam pads. Why not?
Because you can.
Have a bit of depth. Okay, a couple of these on here. One at the bottom, one at the top. Let's pop these onto here. So yeah, I've not got any skewers or little bows on here. I think our thin aubergine ribbon would be nice on this one.
That would be nice.
Could not find that at all. But yes, that would go very nicely with the
I think so.
mulberry papers.
Yes.
Okay, make sure I've got this the right way up. We're not gifting to Australians today.
Not today. Not today.
And then I'm going to pop this just onto here. Boop, there we go. Pop that one on. And there is my completed Vino Vault, ready for a nice bottle to go in.
Beautiful.
There we go. Can't wait to see how many ideas you come up with for this. And like you say, other ways of using it as well. What other things can you do with this set?
You could tie a nice ribbon around the base.
You could.
Tie a nice bow there.
That'd be lovely.
Or even some jute. Thinking of the men in your life.
Yes, you could wrap it. I'm thinking, you're going back to that bottle of whiskey idea. Our classic brown, copper, teal.
Yes.
That'd be perfect for a nice bottle of whiskey, wouldn't it?
I think so.
So, thank you so much for joining us. This is available now on our website for you. Don't forget, if you're a Craft Kit subscriber, you've got a 10% discount as well off everything, including brand new launches like this and the lovely mulberry wine paper that we've used today.
Yes.
Grab yourself some of that too.
I definitely would add it in your basket.
If you've added a lot of things into your baskets, you can also pay in instalments. We've got Shop Pay, PayPal and ClearPay available for you. Have a look at checkout, see which one is going to work best for you. If you have enjoyed this, please give us a little thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell.
Ding!
So you'll be notified every time we post a new video. Thank you again for joining us, and we'll see you all again very soon. Happy crafting!
Bye!